Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Beastmen campaign, where we are now starting to push north and clear out the dwarves. That's the word I'm after, the dwarves again. We are at an end turn at the moment, so I'm just going to do that. Now I'm hoping that some of these guys are going to sneak into me over the next turn, so we'll be able to take them on. Sorry, I think I have actually earned a turn on my other campaign save and I moved up, but I mustn't have saved afterwards, guys, so sorry about that. But no, next turn we're going to be pushing forwards. I am going to take this peace treaty as I did last time. They actually gave me a bit more money this time, so actually I'm not so upset I messed up my save there, guys. So we're taking that peace treaty for the time being with the vampires, because they are terrifyingly powerful. We're going to push up through the dwarves because I want to destroy the dwarves with the vampires fighting them as well, because the vampires are now at war with the dwarves. I don't think they're going to be lasting long, and then we're going to push up, so we're going to clear up here, make sure the dwarves are completely crippled, and then we'll smash up through Bretonia, at which point we will start doing our we will do the battle to finish off the campaign once we've cleared out Bretonia. And I have been asked to, and I do want to at the end of this sort of campaign, guys, while I'm not going to try and destroy the entire world, because that would take a long time, and I'm not sure you could actually do it as the Beastmen. Certainly with the campaign map the way it is now, I will certainly be doing sending them a sailing over the sea. We'll pillage through Ulfwan, hit Nagarond, and try and push down to Lustria. And basically we'll just go on a glorious rampage until somebody, a glorious psychotic rampage until somebody takes us out. That will be a silly aggressive rampage at the end there, because I'll try and get somewhere. I might even just spread myself out, send a herd to each continent and see how long they last, just raiding and smashing as much as they can. But that's a way off yet, and that's just so we get to see the other continents. And you never know how that'll go. Okay, so we've got these high elves here. Obviously they're not coming in like I wanted them to, and none of them's really taken the bait and come close enough, unfortunately. So we're going to come up and we're going to hit here. Afterwards we will send an army down to here. At least one army down to there. We do have another little Beastman herd up here as well. Who wouldn't confederate with me if I asked? Okay, so we did negotiate this peace. We get this -1 bestial rage from peaceful diplomacy. But yeah. Oh! Yeah, so some of my guys do need some good battles. These are the guys I've not actually been throwing into the main places at the moment, so I'm going to make sure one of those guys is actually doing the siege next turn, because they are starting to take attrition because their bestial rage is low. Now, while they've been involved in the battles, they've not been the main forces attacking, which is what's really hit their bestial rage there. So I'll try and alternate it a little bit more. I'm almost at the point now where I'm beginning to think, certainly with my hordes which don't have archers, that I'm almost contemplating dropping them out completely, because I've got so many units who are better than the archers, and my archers do so little damage compared to some of my big units. But then again, they're also so much cheaper than my big units. So as I said in the last one, I think if you had an army of just Minotaurs, it would be one of the most devastating things in the game. However, it would also be one of the most expensive things in the game. It's like the Empire. If you have an army, with a huge amount of demigryphs in it, it becomes immensely powerful. Because they are just a really, really solid, powerful unit. However, at the same time, it is so expensive to run, and I feel while it's good, you can do better with a couple of smaller armies because it gives you more flexibility, and you can make them more well-rounded. So while the demigryphs are powerful on their own, it gives you a more rounded army, which means you can actually get away with doing a lot more. Oh no, they're in ambush stance. So these guys down here are quite powerful as well. I'm not that bothered about them because as I say, I'm not pushing down that way at the moment. We'd have various Chaos Forces somewhere, though. I imagine if they spawned up north, I know there have been Chaos Forces spawn up north as well. So obviously they're going to be pushing through the vampire territories. So the vampires who are at war for dwarf, that's probably caused them to have to send quite a few armies north. No, I'm not giving you a peace treaty. These people all seem to think I'm going to give them peace treaties. I did give the vampires one. But not while you're, you know, a rogue army who's been chasing me around for several turns. Okay, now let's bring everyone else in range here. Oh, that's still not an easy. Oh, wow. We'll wait for my gore herds to pull up as well then. Can I get any of these guys in any closer? Just want to make room for my gore herds to get right in. Okay, let's end turn. Let's wait for my Bray herds to get close, and then we will smash this place. So this is quite a good defensive force they've got here. So this is going to be a good battle, guys. We are going to build up, though. We're not going to be mainly fighting on the walls. We're going to smash. We will do a very what I do with my Beastmen, we will smash through their walls with our monstrous units. I don't want to let that army get away for too long, so this might be an attack before I get the siege equipment up, which isn't necessarily the best things to do, but I've got enough troops here to just basically I've got enough troops here to completely overwhelm their defences. What I'll do is I'll smash all of my monstrous infantry through their gates and just get them inside and behind them and ripping through everything off the walls, and then we'll swarm the walls with gores and ungores. However, the downside of that is I might need a couple of turns to recoup, a few turns to recover afterwards. But a nice big glorious battle is always fun, so we'll see how it goes. I just don't want to let this little army get away, because this guy gets behind me, he's got all these areas he can start capping, and I'll have to turn around and go chase him down. Which isn't necessarily the end of the world, but it's not necessarily what I want to be doing. I could send one of my Bray herds after him, actually. Okay, so where's Estelia going? They're probably going to go cap somewhere. And they've got a few armies here, so I do want to pay attention to them. They're not on my main kill list, but I do want to kill them. I do want to destroy them if I can. So the Puppets of Chaos are quite strong. Servants of Chaos I can't tell. But the Chaos armies are not going to go to war with me. I will have a good, friendly relationship with all the Chaos armies, which is a very useful thing. Oh, so the High Elves have settled there. From the looks of it. That's good if I'm going for this battle, actually. Right, we're fighting this one, guys. So, we are going to go for this battle. This is going to be a massive, you know, we're hitting their walls, so this is going to be a tricky one. These these slayers are going to probably be our most tricky thing to deal with at the moment, because they're going to be, they are anti-large, so we'll need to just keep an eye on them and work out exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. However, you can see this army is we've got a lot of large units here. The Bestigors and the Gors will be going straight up those walls, while my monstrous units hammer those gates down. We will have we'll have multiple other armies coming in here very quickly as well. So we're going to have a lot of forces here hammering into their walls and hammering through their gates. And basically we're just going to flood Ekrund, however I pronounce that, we're going to flood here with Beastmen. Now, the other thing we do have to worry about is they do have Ungrim. Or is it Ungrim? Their lord. Their lord is a very, very good lord. Right, we're going to go for this gate. You can see here, this place is awesome. It's an old dwarven hold, but it's been taken over by the orcs. It's still got a lot of orc stuff on it. Why it still has the orc stuff on it, I don't quite know, but it is such a cool little settlement. I do feel they've improved them a little bit as well. Right, I'm actually going to use these guys to hit the walls first, simply because that way they will take the brunt of the damage and my guys can come in afterwards, because I don't really care if the Brayherd dies. So we can slam them in first. And our guys can go in as the backup. So our guys will all go in as sort of backup force. These guys can help go at the gate. These guys can stay back. Obviously we've got my Gorbull and my Lord. All of my monstrous units are going to hit their gate straight away. What's this? Oh, my Centaurs with great weapons. All of my Minotaurs and these guys. And the other Lord. Okay, so I think we're good here. We're also going to be getting a lot of reinforcements very, very quickly. You guys can all run up and hit the walls. You guys can just run up and form here. You guys can, you three can come into the middle actually. And you lot can split off either side. We're letting the other guys hit the walls first, as I did say. We're just going to throw these guys in to just try and distract some of their missile fire. And you can start moving forwards as well, Mr. Malagor. Okay. I don't think this gate is going to last long, guys. You can be put up with this force. And in fact, while my Ungors are dealing with that, my main Gore force might also pour through the gate. We're probably not going to get any reinforcements for until we lose some units here. I unfortunately can't do that at the moment. Let's pop direct damage spell out. Here's probably the best place to do it. And you guys can charge. Now you can get involved as well because you've got good buffs to use. Oh, why did that face that way? Now let's just get involved. Strong versus a single combatant. Oh. Perfect. Where is Kazrak? What's he doing? Why are you heading up onto the walls, you silly person? You can still throw out your buff. Okay, so we're pretty much clearing the walls already, even with just our Ungors. Which is quite nice. However, dwarves do have units sneaking onto the battlefield, as you can possibly see. My harpies are going to go and deal with this artillery actually now. We are pushing through nicely here, and we are beginning to break units. I am beginning to struggle just a little here, guys. As you can possibly see, because I'm... well, let's get them out. Why did you guys not actually... I told you guys to hit the wall! Ah! Oh, I thought they were archers. That was silly of me. I thought they were a line of archers. So yeah, that was very silly of me. You guys can just... yeah, you guys can just push through as best you can. Let's pop another direct damage spell out here. You can just get involved in melee actually now. This is the main sort of fight here. It's just trying to break through. And these slayers are the issue. You can see my frame rate here, guys. I do apologize. I don't have the best PC in the world, as you can probably tell from that. But you know, it's good enough to play the game. But in these big battles, I do begin to have a few issues. Okay, so we're still really hammering into them. You guys can actually break out and hit these guys. You can get a nice little charge off into this unit of archers here, quarrelers. Break them. Right, my unsurprisingly, my harpies are gone, but we've done what I wanted them to. These thunderers up here are actually a little bit of an issue. I want to start hitting into them a bit more. And we're pretty much smashing them here with all of my monstrous units. Let's get Ungrim down. We need a few more units in. You can actually break off the field. I want you to run away. A couple of my other lords are coming in now as well, so that's going to be useful. And Ungrim is... Ungrim Iron Fist is fighting now. Now he is very, very good. He's very good versus large. So this is actually the wrong force to be fighting him with. But we'll cope. So the rest of these guys can keep charging. You can come out and hit these. The issue is they are going to start sneaking more guys on as we fight. So we really could do pushing through. But if we can get the masser out, they don't actually get reinforcements anymore. So why are you turning around? I told you to there. Now we've smashed their lord, so that's going to give them a massive. And this is it. We might even have the... We've certainly broken everything on the walls now. Let's just start pushing through as fast as we can and hitting all of these guys. Let's get my monstrous infantry down here, and all these guys are fast movers as well, so that should really help. These guys too. And in fact, we've got this now. There's nothing really left. These guys are still holding, but I don't think they're going to be holding for long. I'm surprised these guys seem to have not taken any hit. They are slayers. So obviously they have really good leadership here, 164. But with everything else hitting them, I don't think they're going to stay up for long. Though they are anti-large, so this is dangerous. He says as he watches my guys send them flying. There you go. You see, they killed one of them. Let's get you out. Let's pull out. Before we lose you, you can break off the field, actually. more guys hammering into the Slayers here, including my Minotaurs. But those Slayers are probably the most worrying thing on this battlefield for me. While I will kill them, they will do a lot of damage. And we've actually not taken too much damage here, guys, to win this battle. You see here, these Slayers units are now almost dead, but they're still fighting. And their leadership's still really strong, so, yeah. But they're not going to stay long. Oh, he just jumped and fell over, you know. Oh. My Razorgore's just taking them out one at a time. I think we got them all. They're all dead. And he just decided to throw himself at the floor after the battle was over. You know, happens sometimes. Excited with the victory. So actually, that was a lot easier than I thought it was actually going to be, guys. I thought I was going to have a lot harder a fight there, actually. Oh, okay, I lost a lot of units and some of my guys took quite a lot of damage, but actually we did very well. And my Minotaur, some of my Minotaurs, this guy, 152 kills. And my Gorbel, 84 all on his own. So actually they were doing a lot of damage. And again, the Dwarfs, most of their damage actually came from their Quarrelers, their ranged units. And that will have a... Ooh, we get 650 gold. That will have sorted out my issue there, and actually it's really sorted out my issue because I'm probably going to get another. And let's just check what your Bestial Rage is like. If I can actually select Malagor in here. Yes, that's really helped his Bestial Rage. Right. Right, we're gonna... Is this one of my little hordes? No, that's definitely not one of my little hordes. I know none of my hordes are little hordes, but one of my baby hordes is what I meant. You are, however, so you can... Oh, actually... You can grab a Minotaur one and build this one up more. And you can grab this. Oh, whoops. You cannot grab this turn. You are pulling down to support him this turn. And next turn, you can build those things. Okay, a little bit of leveling up to do. And enter. Basically, I'm trying to chase those few armies there off. Ideally, I'd like to get a chance to break them, but they're probably going to pull out. However, they've got this swamp behind them, so their options are actually kind of limited here. So these guys, oh, perfect. We're gonna eat them. That was actually really good, them trying to use the underway to get away there. Would have worked if they'd got past me, but because they didn't, I got a nice good hit on them. Vampires are... I'm kind of scared by the vampires, guys, because they are scarily powerful. I suspect, you can see here, they are... I'm not sure I'm going to get a chance to take out Bretonia. I think the vampire counts might take out Bretonia before I can get there, guys. As I said, I think I could have won this game by going and just hiding in the middle of a desert in an encampment somewhere where nobody saw me, being a nice peaceful Beastmen faction, which wouldn't have been as interesting a campaign, but I think I could have actually won that way, which is a kind of scary, simply because the vampires are out of control. They are just devastating everybody they're at war with. And I suspect that the entirety of the old world is held by them. though I don't know that for sure. Well, the entirety of the Empire is, I'm fairly sure, is held by them, and they are certainly smashing through Bretonia at the moment, which is kind of terrifying, actually. I think if they were to turn their eyes to me, I think they could just swat me like a fly, so I want to be a little careful with how I deal with them. Though they are going to be having to deal with chaos as well from the north, so those chaos hordes will be rampaging through their territories. So the elfies are running away, which isn't surprising. Extra missile damage. Right, so now this turn we are going to go into these stance. We are both going to go into these stances, which will get us the regen, and you can now do this. And we're going to grab the Minotaurs, and then next time we'll probably grab the other one. Okay, so he's good. That's really helped. I want to get that one as well, though he doesn't have the growth at the moment. But we can probably get that fairly quickly like this. Let's bring up support before we do go for there. So a fairly weak army with our really powerful army will back it up. Oops. And that now becomes a nice easy auto. And we take the growth, which brings it to 0. Oh, we've got the regen at the moment, don't we? So actually I should have taken the gold. Okay, so we're going to start pushing down the red tree now. I'm happy for you guys to both stay as in encampments. Right. We're upping our Gauls, then we're going to up our monstrous infantry. Okay, we're doing nicely now. And we are beginning to push people out. We're going to move these guys over, and actually I'm going to move these two over, and then they're going to hop over here and clear out the dwarfs here, then start burning their way up the coast where we went beforehand, while my other guys push into the mainland. Then we'll clear over, we'll deal with this a little bit, and then we'll just start pushing up into the mountains here just to finish them off. Now I could potentially follow them all the way up. Once we've done that, these two armies here might actually head down this way into Bretonia, and to try and get the few extra little bits of the Dwarf Empire, because I do want to start my income while I've still got 100,000 gold left. That's, well, 15 or so turns. You know, it's a few turns of income. But I would prefer to have more than that, because obviously at the moment I don't make income other than from raiding and sacking settlements, and I can't make enough income from just solely sacking settlements. So I do need to be constantly aggressive. Sorry, I can't make enough income solely from raiding. I need to be sacking settlements to make income. So even every time I take growth, 6,000. That's another turn for all of my hordes. If I'm hitting multiple places a turn, that keeps me going, and then the odd big place which gives me 40 or 50, you know, that gives me breathing space. And certainly pushing my way up north is going to get tricky in those mountains at some points. And while the vampires are friends with me at the moment, I don't trust them. Okay, so those high elves seem to have run away. So, well, they're coming back now. I'm a bit surprised they're not actually settling anywhere, if I'm honest. Okay, so you guys can go for this tower. You guys are going to push over here. Oh, have they really come that close? And this is why, guys, going into this stance is really, really good. And let's hit them. They're probably going to run away. Ambush! Oh, this is going to be fun, guys. I'm fighting this one simply because it's going to be fun. We are going to smash these high elves. It's a lot of eagles. That's kind of the worrying thing here. And they've got some very good infantry in these dragon princes. There is actually a mod for the high elves to get dismounted dragon princes, which looks really interesting because it gives you a nice bit of a nice solid infantry line, which I am more of an infantry player than a cavalry player, which is why I'm probably terrible. Well, which is why I'm terrible at playing Bretonnia. I'm not sure why I needed to do that, but you know. Okay, their archers are in the middle, which is good. So my Gors can go along here. My monstrous infantry can all go along here, and they're just going to smash straight into everything else. My Cygors can sit back and work as my archers, as my ranged. Okay, now what was the command? If I group these guys. No, it's... There is a command to get them to attack in a straight line, and for all to attack, and they'll just move forwards in a straight line, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. I'll just do it manually. So these guys are all just going to start smashing down into these guys quite heavily. I probably should have put some monstrous infantry at the other end. But these guys are going to throw rocks at the birdies. You guys can all just start charging. Okay, all the birdies are coming over here. Actually, the elves are not doing terribly. You guys can start all pulling in and trying to push through. Their birdies are being annoying. Oh god, my lord is actually in trouble. Yeah, that's right, Cygors, you can actually get yourselves dug in there. Ungroup, you silly thing. You need to get out, Mr. Ward. That'll do it. Okay, these guys can all just keep burning through now. My archers can all start hitting the birdies. You guys can try and chase these guys down. Yeah, you guys can all hit them. You can hammer into the side of them. Even though these guys are anti-large, but against a Gorbull it's not really going to do much. So the issue here is that I seem to be you know, I'm killing too much too quickly, so my people aren't actually breaking off. Aren't actually starting to chase everybody as they break, and unfortunately the elves, yeah, they've got a very mobile force here, as you saw, so they did manage to get a few through. And they actually pinned my units well with their infantry, which really helped them. For a little bit anyway, because now everything's just going to slam over into here. And we have the mass rout, guys. So, it probably took a little bit more losses than I liked there. I messed up at the start a little bit. It's still a nice, solid victory, however. So I'm not going to be complaining about it. However, it's not a victory to write home about. I shouldn't have even taken, you know, while it's tiny compared to what they took, it shouldn't have even been that. That was not a good victory on my part. That was a shoddy planning. I just rushed the setup. I should have put some monstrous units both ends just so I could properly pin them in. So and then it wouldn't have mattered if they'd held me in the middle quite so much. They would have still held me and they would have potentially still got some units out, but I mean, they had flying units, there's only so much I can do. Or let's actually apply these now before I forget. So we push them back. And right, let's hit Estelia. Oh, I can't quite. Can I? Yes, and another ambush, guys. So yeah, I'm actually just going to auto this one, however. But yeah, so a couple of nice ambushes, and that's one of the nice things these guys have with sitting in the encampment stance, because they didn't actually realise quite how close I was to them, which is why they sat there like that. Because if they'd known I was quite so close, they'd have probably stayed a little bit further away from me. Quite sensibly stayed a little bit further away from me. And end turn. And oh, we are actually at 37 minutes, guys. So as soon as this end turn ends, we will be ending it there. So obviously we're just going to continue to clean up the dwarfs here. We've not actually done a huge amount in this session. But that's because we've had a couple of good battles. We've not had some battles for a while, so I'm quite happy about that. Getting you guys some more good battles, good nice battles to watch. I wasn't zooming in enough to the battles, so tell me off for that, guys. Please feel free to tell me off in the comments for that. Something I need to start doing more is zooming in, and actually I need to start using the cinematic mode as well. Especially when it's going well, just zooming in and panning over those battles, so you can actually watch what's going on and all of the carnage going on in those battles. Especially some of the units, the way they fight is very cool. Especially they've updated some of the things for 2. I do believe certainly some of the dragons and things now have synchronized moves and things, which is quite cool. Though I know I don't have dragons, but I imagine they've done that everywhere. Anyway, let's see what all of these guys do. So Bretonnia has lost some more territory here. Interestingly, Bretonnia are now hiding in the woods where the wood elves used to live. So that's a very odd spectacle, surrounded by vampires, and they are hiding in the woods of Athelloren, where they probably still take attrition if they leave their forest settlements. So yeah, that's a different one there. The Jagged Horde tribe is still running around. I'm not particularly fussed about what they do or where they go, because obviously they're doing their own thing. You're still not getting a military alliance, mate. The vampires all seem to like me. How he is still alive while he's surrounded by the last defenders down there, I don't quite know. And the last defenders are actually expanding out, so if the Skaven aren't careful, the last defenders are going to start pushing, are going to just finish them off. But again, I'm really not that fussed now. I think I used the Skaven as a buffer, and they've done their job at the moment, so I'm not that fussed if they do get wiped out, so long as the dwarves don't start streaming down behind them. Okay, guys. Anyway, with that is it, guys. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it.